Hey guys, it's Hannah from Better Lettering, and today I'm going to show you how to do this really cool strike-through effect with your lettering. It's really simple and easy, and there's a lot of different ways you can incorporate this into just about anything you do. So I'm going to show you how to make a card. I think we'll do a happy birthday card. And then I'm also going to show you what you can do with the craft paper as well. We'll do a black and white with the craft paper. So first things first is you're going to need to choose what paper you want to use. I have this little Canson mixed media paper, and I'm just going to tear a piece out and do a card from this. If you're using brush markers, you just want to be mindful of the paper that you're using, that it's going to be smooth enough so that it's not going to fray them. Another great alternative to brush markers for this project would be to use Crayola markers. Those ones are pretty durable and you can't really ruin them too easily. But my favorite markers are the Tombow dual brush pens, so that's what I'm going to use today because they're really good with blending and stuff, which I'll also be showing you one technique you can use for blending. So I'll actually tell you the rest of the things that you'll need. I am also using a Tombow Funisuki pen, or you can also use a Pentel Touch sign pen. Another alternative, if you don't know how to do brush lettering, is you can do faux calligraphy, which I can show you how to do with the craft paper. You'll also need, I'm using a Sakura Pigma Micron, and I'm doing the 03 size, but you can really use anything you want for this. You can even use a Sharpie, you can use anything. This is just to do the outline of the letters. And then for the craft paper, I'm using a Uniball Signo white pen. Okay, so I'm gonna rip a page out of here and I'm just gonna fold this in half for my card. This paper is not the thickest, but it's also thick enough where I don't think it would be the worst to give it as a card. You could use watercolor paper, which is a lot thicker, but I didn't want to shred my brush markers. So for this example, I'm just using this. You can also buy cards that are pre-made that are just blank. Okay, so the second thing I'm going to do is decide which colors I want to do. So I'm going to write happy in block letters, and then I'm going to write birthday over top of it. So I'm going to choose two different colors and I'm going to blend them together. Let me see which ones I really like together. We'll do this purple. This is number 623 of the Tombows. And then I'll do this other purple 676. And what I'm going to do, this is one way that you can blend, take the markers off, take the marker caps off, and I'm actually just going to color the tip of the lighter marker. This creates some sort of a blending effect. It's not super obvious, and there's other ways that I've done this as well that are also really cool. If you go back to my blending with Tombows video, you can see another technique that you could use, which I have used many times for cards like this. Okay, so you can sketch this out with pencil. I'm going to freehand it and just hope it works out for the best. So you just do really big block letters behind. And you can really do any style you like with this. You could even do a serif style if you want. This is sans serif. So it looks like I'm gonna have a little bit of extra room with this, which is fine. It's just an example. I'm not actually giving this to anyone, but you would probably wanna sketch it out. What I can do is I'll just add an exclamation point after. That'll be kind of cute. Okay. The next thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna take your brush marker. Either the Tombow Funisuki or the Pentel brush pen will work. Like I said, if you don't know how to do brush lettering, don't worry, I am going to show you how to do faux calligraphy, which will work just as well. But for this example, I'm going to do my brush marker. So you're going to write birthday over top of this word. And you just want to make sure that you're filling up most of the space. So this too, you could also sketch out, which I am not, so I'm just hoping I'm going to use up all of the space. I started out kind of small and I'm kind of compensating now. Okay. Alright, so there's that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your Sharpie or your Micron or whatever you have, and you're going to start outlining the happy. But you're going to leave some space between the birthday that you also lettered. So I will show you. So I'm leaving some space between the black and the purple. This makes it stand out a little bit more and it makes the strike through effect look a little bit neater. So you're going to do this to all of your letters. Okay, once you've completed outlining, you're going to decide which side you want your shading or 3D look on. So as you can see on this one, I chose to do it on the right side. Just pick a side and stick to it. It really doesn't matter in the end what you choose. So I'm going to choose the left side again, and you're just going to do a little block like that. None of these have to be perfect, it just looks really cool and it makes it stand out even more. And if you like it just with the outline, that's fine too. This just adds a little bit more to it. And there's your quick birthday card. So this is really great if you're forgot it was someone's birthday and you really need to make a card really quick. It's super easy. It's really pretty quick. It didn't take me that long, maybe 10 minutes. And if you have the Tombow brush pens, you can create a cool little blending effect as well. So there's the first thing you can do. Second thing I'm going to show you is how you could also incorporate this onto craft paper. Now you can really do any word or phrase that you want with this. I'm just going to do something simple and write the word thank you. So I'm going to do white first. Another example you could do with this is you could use metallic markers, you can do anything you want. So I'm going to do the same thing and write block letters. This might take me a little longer because I just have the pen, so bear with me. Okay, this is by no means perfect. It was a really rushed job, but that's sometimes the beauty of handmade things anyway. So I did the block letters in white, and then I'm going to do faux calligraphy over top and write U. I just want to make sure this is dry before I try to write over it. And I actually have, let me see, I have this other micron type pen that I'm going to try to use instead. So the way that you do faux calligraphy is you're just going to do normal lettering. It's kind of like cursive, and I'm just going to write the word U. Okay, so I just need to fill in some of this. Now the way faux calligraphy works is you are going to fill in your downstrokes. So you're going to add weight to the downstrokes to make it look like you actually did calligraphy, and then you're going to keep the hairline upstrokes. So what I mean by downstrokes is, if you think of it when you're writing, if I was doing brush calligraphy with this, my downstroke would be on this coming down in the loop of the Y, and then it'd also come down here. So that would be my downstrokes. And the O, when I form the O, I initially go down right on this side, and then I come back up, and then I go down slightly here as well. And then this will be up, and then I'll go down on my U here, come up, and go down. So that's what I mean by your downstrokes and upstrokes. So I'm going to add weight to those now. And when you're doing this, you want to try to make sure that you're making them all even. The faux calligraphy, and then what we can do is we can do the same thing, and we will outline it, outline the word think. Here, this will work. And then I'll do, once again, this little 3D effect. And there you have it. We have two different ways to do the strike through with your lettering. Another thing that this would be great for is if you bullet journal, you can do this as headers in your bullet journal or just as maybe your monthly hello page if you do that. There's so many ways you can incorporate this into a variety of different things. I will link my other blending video in case you're interested in that. I've done a lot of thank you cards with that technique. Whenever I sell anything online, I like to make my own thank you cards. So I do a lot of those, and this is my go-to technique that I do for thank you cards. So thank you for watching this video. If you liked it and you want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to subscribe. I will be putting videos out weekly.